Every single shot will be a headshot when you use this thing. It's insane because you can do that. See, it does this, you know. It really is just the best gun in the entire game, as you can see. Yeah, it kind of seems that way. Yeah, double collateral headshot. Yeah. So hello gamers, welcome to Using Your Setups FARGD Edition. This is an interesting spin on the Using Your Setups format. But yeah, let's get into it. Our first setup comes from Rocket Thinking. He says, I really like the Scout with carry handle sight, vertical grip, short barrel, ballistics tracker, and 5.56. Really good gun. Short barrel, vertical grip, ballistics tracker, and 5.56. Okay, this looks like the best gun in the entire game, if I'm gonna be real with you. Have you seen a more beautiful gun than this thing? This might honestly be the best setup I've ever seen in any Using Your Setups video, because I think this is actually gonna be super good. It is the FARGD after all. We'll rate these setups 1 to 10. If you guys watch Tips and Tricks Part 2, one of the tips is to use the FARGD because it is the best gun. Because you can do that, see? Not only is the FARGD statistically the best in the game, it also just gives you aimbot. Every single shot will be a headshot when you use this thing. It's insane. The carry handle sight is such a good sight. It's probably the best in the game. And when you pair it up with something as overpowered as the ballistics tracker, it's going to be so good. Because as you know, the ballistics tracker makes it so you hit a headshot every single time. It actually makes it, see? That time didn't count, but like usually. It's 99.99% of the time, which is obviously more than normal. 5.56 conversion is also overpowered because it just gives you more bullets, which means you can hit 11 headshots instead of like 8. See? Boom, headshot. The game ended and the lobby is pretty dead, but this is a super good setup. I think I give it a 10 out of 10. Next up, we got Jellyfish. He says, my setup is the Scout, carry handle sight, vertical grip, short barrel, ballistics tracker, and 5.56. Oh, where's carry handle sight? And then short barrel. Here we have it. This is a pretty good loadout as well. First off, the gun looks beautiful. This is an amazing looking loadout. It looks so sick. And also there is the fact that every single time you shoot, you will hit a headshot because it's so good. As we all know, the Star Scout is the best gun in the game. Due to its high amount of damage, it does about 150 damage per shot, and I'm getting vote kicked. Awesome. Fun fact about the Star Scout is that it is the only sniper rifle in the entire game that is able to limb kill all ranges, because it can always limb kill. It will always one-shot. The gun is just overpowered, as you can probably tell. If you look there, it says 350 damage to 250 damage. That is very, very good. It also has 2,000 studs per second muzzle velocity, which as we all know is the fastest in the entire game. If you round that up, that's about 20,000 million muzzle velocity. And because you're using the vertical grip, you get no vertical recoil, and your hipfire is so good that you can hit a headshot from a million studs away every single time, which is just so good. This gun has a limb kill, but you will always headshot, so it doesn't even matter. It may as well only headshot kill because you'll never hit a limb shot. You'll only hit headshots every time, see? And of course there is the fact that the FARGD actually makes you the #1 player in the entire world. If I was playing against Fortnite Ninja, I would actually win every single fight, as long as he wasn't using the FARGD, because if he was using the FARGD, then he'd beat me. If he was using any other gun, then I would just win. A fun fact about the FARGD is that the muzzle velocity is so high that if I shoot out here, I can actually hit somebody who's in another lobby. It's a pretty nice feature because you can actually kill somebody who's on like a different map or in a different server region, which is really cool. Like you could kill somebody who's actually not even playing in the same server region because the muzzle velocity is just that high. You might be thinking, why don't people use this gun more? If it's the best gun in the game, why doesn't everybody use it? And that's a very simple question. If it's the best gun in the entire game, why would you use it? It's basically cheating to use it. It makes you win every single fight, so you would never use the FARGD because you get so many kills, it makes the game just trivial. Most people don't want to use the gun that just gets you every single kill. People want to push themselves, so high ranks will never use the Star Scout, especially with the FARGD because it's just too overpowered. It also has 120 reserve, which, not even joking, is as much as an assault rifle, which is honestly pretty cool. But you really only need one bullet since you can kill an entire lobby with one shot. What people don't understand about the FARGD is that it actually shoots homing missiles, which of course are pretty good, right? They can do a full 180 and hit somebody immediately, which is pretty overpowered, you know? Hello. Sir, come back. Sir, come back. Wait, no, I have the FARGD. Wait for me. I have the FARGD. I think the FARGD actually broke there. The next setup is from Leon Rot YT. He says, OMG man, Strider, please use my setup. Here it is. Star Scout, carry handle sight, short barrel, vertical grip, ballistics tracker, and 5.56 conversion. It goes so hard. I got 5,000,055. I don't know what that actually is. That's a lot of kills, bro. Nice job. Kill games today, and it is so OP and good. Okay, I'm really curious on how this is gonna work, but I don't know, man. This setup looks a little bit too OP. We might have to only use this one for a little bit, since after all, this is the FARGD, but I guess it's worth trying out. Oh, it looks like this gives me aimbot and I can hit every headshot now. Yeah, it kind of seems that way. Yeah, double collateral headshot. Yeah, that's par for the course when you're using the Stair Scout. That's why I'm not actually freaking out about getting that, is because basically that's just what the Scout does. Well, you have to be using the farged, of course. If you're not using the farged, it's not really that good. But right there I went 3-0 and I just joined the lobby, so technically I have an infinity KD. Vivid Mango says, I would say carry handle sight, vertical grip, short barrel ballistics tracker, and 556 does seem to be a splendid long range weapon, and I do enjoy its presence. Okay, so we just got this setup out, and man, this looks a lot like the farged, which as you guys know, I'm a big fan of the farged. I mean, everybody is, since it is the best gun in the game. It does this, you know, it really is just the best gun in the entire game, as you can see. Something you might not know about this gun is that it does actually give you aimbot, and you will only hit headshots. You might think it's due to 556 or short barrel or something, but it's actually due to the carry handle sight, because the carry handle sight is actually an aimbot sight. You might not know about this, but there are actually sights in this game called aimbot sight. If you equip these sights, you only hit headshots, and you also become a better player than Spirals, which is pretty cool, honestly. Everyone wants to be good at video games like Spirals, and with this sight you can. See, this might be the last setup we do, but this guy says, hey, can you do a video on the Stair Scout with carry handle sight, short barrel, vertical grip, ballistics trackers, and 556 conversion? So this setup is a little bit different from the other one we did, because instead of using the ballistic tracker, it uses the ballistic trackers, which is a very different attachment, as you know. Now, this still counts as the farged, however, it has multiple ballistic trackers, which is important for you to get extra good aim. It also increases the damage to 1 million, down to about 750,000, which is still very high damage in LRC. A nice thing about this setup is that it can actually one-shot Duke Fishron, even on Master Mode, and we know that Duke Fishron is a pretty hard boss, especially on Master Mode. You know, he gets that third phase, pretty difficult. By the way, if you see me missing shots, it's because I'm actually trying to. This is me trying to miss as many shots as possible, because the Farged just makes you that good. This can actually one-shot any boss, which is really cool. As you can see though, this is a very accurate sight picture with the carry handle sight, which makes it very easy to hit shots in LRC, but you don't actually need a scope, since like this does give you aimbot, so it doesn't matter. As you can see, I didn't even know that guy was there, but I still headshot him. Also, this has the highest walk speed in the game of 26, which is about double most melees, which is pretty cool. The reason that it doesn't actually look like I'm walking that fast is that it actually slows down time, which is actually really helpful for hitting shots, and it's pretty cool that they actually added something like that. You might be thinking, how do you slow down time in a multiplayer game? It actually slows down everyone in real life all at once, which is really cool. I'm not sure how they did that, maybe some kind of like time machine, time warper type thing, but Silas did put a lot of money into slowing the entire Earth, so please maybe check out the Farge, because it is the best gun in the entire game. It might look like I'm actually going negative right now, but I'm actually going 157 and 2, which is decent, but for the Farged, it's actually not too good, considering that one guy that gave me the setup actually got like 50,000 kills in a game, which a 50,000 kill game is pretty good for the Farged. I remember their world record being 250,000 though, which is pretty good. But yeah, make sure to comment only nice things about the Farged in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.